Greetings, fellow Ambazonians. This is Chairman Capo Daniel of the People's Right Advocative Platform. I want to send out this video message again today following the exercise of the 7-day challenge. And for the 7-day challenge, what did happen? What did demonstrate? It didn't show na say the diaspora leadership, the way they claim for being in control, are just bystander for this struggle. Their influence, it always be negative because they don't be cut off from any command and control by commercial activity them for war. We don't take over those soldiers them. Now either will be very sure that they don't fulfill carry out any attack. Also the Cameroon intelligence and where they don't create this network where they pay soldiers them, they pay some of these leaders them within there for diaspora as well. They get their own kickbacks them. It don't make them impossible for our struggle for be effective politically. No majority of the soldiers for ground, they not be under any political control for if make any attack where go feel lead for a political progress for our people then. Would that make that point? And I have wouldn't choose it in particular for sure now way to go on. Number one, the attack will happen for inside Manu where we all know say now a group where it be suspicious, no Ambazonian fundraiser, nobody sponsor those group. From the first day where they emerge for inside Manu, I tell now say that group they are emergent for inside Manu with the weapon the way they carry them. It look like a false flag group for it will be used for carry out false flag attacks them. So the fact that they carry out an attack purposefully for torpedo negotiated settlement they will push for, it be self-evidence. So I no need to dwell on that. But wait till that happen. I have a show the right later for this girl with the call Bianca, na a girl from New Zealand, for claims that the ADF carried that attack. So we'll get people the way they be dishonest, pretenders, people the way they present themselves like they are something which they are not. And we cannot win a struggle like this. The struggle have evolved. All of our Ambazonian fighters that are engaged in this war, we have not been able to build the capacity to be effective tactically on the battlefield, let alone to be able to coordinate a massive assault that can make meaningful military progress on the ground. So for the most part, people like Ayabacho, who have launched a war against the people of Mogamo, have burned down traditional villages and ancestral homes, are fighting against our people primarily. These scavengers and scum are the only people who are projecting themselves, and those soldiers who align themselves because they just need somebody who can give them a blank check. So these are the reality on the ground. And one of the things when I see I'm during this 7-day challenge, why the Ayabacho can announce and say they don't carry out joint operation for inside Bamenda. Now wait to happen. It will be na say na La Republic, the military instead come for they can catch 2 ADF soldiers them. Then talk say they don't go attack for Bambui. No man nobody here even gunshot for Bambui. It happens says na ADF soldier commander for inside Chomba where the Cameroon military senior man they can't catch you for a house, the movie shoot down for they will gone. So the Ayabacho then be out of touch with reality. They are just propagandists who are projecting themselves on activities which they themselves are just bystander. We cannot win a war like this. We should understand that people who are injecting themselves like Ayabacho, who are causing real acts of terrorism, have not only made our people to distance themselves from this struggle, it has neutralized any international support that we could have. Ayabacho cannot enter Canada. He was forbidden from enter Canada even though he have a European passport. He has been sanctioned by the Americans, which is indication that our struggle can get into a place where the world will consider us as real extremists. Let me not use the T word, to put it mildly. So we'll get a lot of things the way that they happen. You get the group with Niba Fontem, they don't join for call people, them against me, they can't make conference. Na good thing. You get Mark Barata, they talks to the one for raise fund, for buy gun them. Na good thing. But how can you be effective when the forces on the ground are not under your control effectively? You are just a bystander. You will go and give money to who? To have what impact? So that will be significant. This is what we have to know. We cannot be talking to ourselves. We can have conference upon conference. It will mean nothing unless we are grounded on facts and on legal grounds. The first thing that this were idea will talk will not be that ever be part of Cameroon. So long as we insist will never be part of Cameroon, we are not a part of Cameroon, the whole world would also will be outlaw, and every petition will write them, it will be completely useless. If we continue the demand, so one and only independent, that demand alone will still be useless. Because without international interest and international support, whatever we do, we will just be talking to ourselves. The only reason why the People's Right Advocative Platform would not make diplomatic progress, so they even put pressure for Cameroon, they want to engage for which way they do them now, so the Moga way they go on now, so now because of our ability to get international support and pressure for the regime. So whatever conference we want to make them without any international support, even if all Ambazonian groups then come together today, form one group, one voice, they no go still get international support. Why? Because our struggle is outlaw. It is out of the legal formation. It is not in line with it. It is not in conformity with the United Nations Charter. It is not in conformity with the African Union. It is not in conformity with the reality of the law. Because we claim that we have never been a part of Cameroon. Cameroon have colonized us. All those things that we have been putting forth, those are not true. I have shown you people from the documents. Unless we accept this truth, whatever conference we have will be irrelevant, will have no consequences because it will not be able to have any international ear, no international attention. They will just look at us, we will nag our head till we go come back. So we have to be honest. Only the truth shall set us free. We have to accept that, yes, we are part of Cameroon. Yes, we are being marginalized. Yes, they are treating us unfairly. We don't have control. On that ground, then we can now demand what is legally ours. Cameroon, when a government, where they be recognized and get sovereign power, they feel borrow money, they feel print money, then get power when a life and death. If Cameroon, where they be try for make fake stories, say, Ambazonia, we were part of the French Cameroon that were lost, we were part, an integral part of their territory, dismissing our identity, that there is no Anglophone problem. If they themselves realize that the international community will break their back, and Paul Biya himself confess that assimilation have failed, they hold a grand national dialogue to accept that we are indeed a unique people that come from our history. And then we too must understand that we must make some concession. And the first concession is to start to be honest with our history and our narrative. Because even in the press, we cannot convince the local press to not say that Ambazonia is a new country that is being created, or the international press. Trust me, because I have been on the forefront. I have put forth 80% of our international press releases and engaging with journalists that have publicized about our struggle. The Washington Post have quoted my podcast as a source of veritable information because I have developed a strong network, the biggest network within our soldiers and our communities, to be able to deliver for our people and to be able to tell their stories, report their stories accurately, and push for their narrative. So trust me when I say this. For Ambazonia to make any meaningful progress towards independence or towards self-governance or to end this war, we must first of all be in conformity with the African Union Charter and the United Nations that recognize Cameroon as one country before we can even talk. Anybody who think that this is a compromise, it is indeed compromise which is necessary, because first of all, it was not true. So we are not giving up anything that is important. We are simply just accepting the reality so that we can use it as a base for people to hear us. So go up, calm down, talk whatever you want, unite, don't unite, buy guns, don't buy guns. You will not go anywhere unless you accept the truth and you stand on the truth. Even Cameroon government have done the same thing. So that is why we are pushing this campaign for coming into a position where the conflict can be removed from the battlefield into the negotiation table. The concession we have made, which we are demanding that our people should accept it. Those who are rejecting it and saying we should fight until the last man standing are definitely people who are not in tune with our people. They are not connected with our people. They are not in touch with our people, and they are speaking gibberish. They don't have no plan that can lead us. They are comfortable in being in their position. Chris Anu, who was a church rat, and Sako, jobless people in abroad. If in America they could not make it. So don't you think that the position that they have, people calling them president, receiving money, that is enough for them? And they will hold that position forever because they don't care how many people die. They are first of all not in touch with the people on ground zero. Ayabacho is the same thing. So my people, all Ambazonians, all Anglophones must come together and accept our reality and see how we can move forward. We have proposed self-governance as the best alternative to this war for independence. We must abandon this demand of independence for us to make traction. If we don't abandon it, we are doomed. If we keep on lying to ourselves, They will allow us to lie to ourselves. First of all, we don't have the military power. We don't have the capacity to liberate ourselves. So why should we be adopting a posture, a narrative that benefits the enemy? Because when you are asking for something that you cannot have, Pobia gets advantage. So we must align ourselves. We must be in conformity with international law. I'm open for debate because the truth fears no debate. Anybody who have proven that what I have said is wrong or untrue, then I will surrender to that person. So long as everybody come to their senses, we should know that we will be in hell. Our people will continue to suffer unless we accept the truth. Only the truth shall set us free. God bless you all.